One day, somebody asked me a question. He said, Pastor Brian, I don't believe in God. I said, why? He said, if there is a God, why is it that there is coronavirus? Why is it that people are dying? Then God took me to Genesis chapter 1. And in verse 20 says, I saw God and I heard him. I heard him say something. He said, let us make man, but let us make him in two ways. Number one, let us make man in our image. And number two, let us make him in our likeness. I said, oh wow. So I am really created in the image of God. Really, image of God. So as you sit down right now, you are created in the image of God. But someone is saying, Pastor Brian, but you haven't seen God before. How do you know? He has an eye. The Bible says the eye of the Lord moves to and fro. How do you know he has a nose? The Bible says our offerings are like sweet smelling incense in his nostrils. How do you know he has an ear? The Bible says the ear of the Lord is not deaf. How do you know he has a hand? The Bible says he holds all things in the palm of his hands. How do you know he has an arm? The Bible says the arm of the Lord is not short. How do you know he has a shoulder? The Bible says, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. How do you know he has a back? He told Moses, I will not let you see my back, I will let you see my face. How do you know he has a footstool? And the earth is his footstool. Am I talking to somebody? Then number two, likeness. Likeness, as I see in Genesis 1, he comes into the scene. What he wants to see, he says it. So he made me in his likeness. So he comes into the scene, and in Genesis 1 he said, let there be. And in 3, 6, 9 to 28 he said, and it was so, in the likeness of God. And all of a sudden in chapter 2 he stops talking. Everybody watch this. God stops talking. He said, don't you get it? I have created one just like myself to talk. So watch this. The Bible said, and God rested. That rest is a legal term. When a lawyer says, I rest my case, it means I am done. So God said, I am done. Man, take over. So, hear this. So, if there is a God and there is corona, God does not have to worry about corona. The one who is supposed to act like God, you are quiet. If there is storm in your life, it's because you are quiet. Am I talking to people in the likeness of God?